public relations, the contest of the year heats up. A fan favorite will be put to the test while vying for the title of PR Professional of the Year. Hello everyone and welcome to PR Game Day. I'm Carrie Fowler, here with Roger Corso, Julie Herbstreit, and Bianca Howard. We're here in front of a crowd like no other. This is PR's biggest night of the year, happening at Loft 55, and the whole industry is coming out in the hopes of taking home a golden pyramid. But perhaps the most coveted honor of tonight is going to go to the PR veteran being named PR Professional of the Year.
Yeah, and this annual matchup has gone to some of the top players in Orlando's PR industry. Hall of Famer Joe Curley, last year's recipient Sarah Brady, and Coach, you were even a winner one year.
Oh yeah, but you know, they were just giving them away back then. eBay, Craigslist.
Even so, Coach, getting to this major accomplishment is no simple task. It's a long way from graduation day to industry expert. Here with a look at one hopeful's rise is Heather Andrews.
He came from humble beginnings, but that didn't stop Dan Ward from climbing Orlando's public relations industry to the top, or at least sort of high. After moving to Florida in his teens, this Michigan transplant found his calling at UCF in the School of Communication. Ward cut his teeth during a brief stint with Orlando agency RY&P. Then he made a career move that would change his life.
I can remember when we first hired Dan, and the day we interviewed him, after the interview I went back to chat with Joe Curley and say, "So what'd you think? Do you think he'll make a good specialist?" And he said, "Specialist? I thought he was an intern."
Early on at Curley and Penn, Ward took his cues from more experienced staffers.
I first met Dan in 1995 when he came on board at Curley and Penn as a brand new account coordinator. It was really a treat, a breath of fresh air for all of us. He blew us away with his smarts and his creativity and really excellent writing ability.
As he came into his own, Ward served as a mentor to others, providing guidance and motivation to aspiring young professionals.
Dan taught me a lot about communication. He told me it's all about keeping the upper hand.
The younger our interns get, the easier it is for Dan to pass off scenarios from Seinfeld episodes as real-life experiences.
It sounds like most of his experience comes from his first job at Vandalay Industries.
Dan is an excellent communicator. I recently asked him to review some of my papers just to see and get some of his thoughts. Well, I received a paper back and it was really written up and I wanted to go ask him. I went in, he wasn't there, but when I saw his desk, I realized he gave the paper to his daughter to draw on.
Ward's love of his two daughters, Megan, aged 8, and McKenna, aged 5, and his wife, Ray, is what makes him not only a consummate professional, but also a consummate family man. Throughout his 18-year career at Curley and Penn, Ward earned the respect of leaders in the Orlando community.
I have some gossip.
Oh, do tell.
Dan Ward won the FPRA Person of the Year award.
Oh my gosh.
Dan Ward.
Wow.
I mean,
that's incredible.
I'm really surprised by that. I mean, what are the criteria for that?
I don't know. What did he do?
I'm not really sure. We both worked with them, so I don't know. Holiday Inn.
Okay, it's coming back. Clown College, something like that.
Clown College, yeah. I think he was really good at that. Some kind of construction.
It's hard to remember. That was a long time ago.
I mean, have we reached that level where we got to go into the drugs? Oh,
well, you know, it happens.
I know.
All right.
And what about us?
What about us?
I mean, next year maybe?
Maybe.
I mean, it's all a popularity contest anyway. So.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Oh gosh.
Are we on? Oh my gosh.
Oh, Dan, we love Dan.
What kind of a PR professional is Dan Ward? There are so many great things that he does. If only I had a system that could help me organize my thoughts and really help me say what it is I want people to know about Dan. Oh yes, he's strategic, he's creative, and he is devastatingly handsome.
I spent 3 years sharing an office wall with Dan or sitting across the hall from him, and in that time period you can learn a lot about a person, like his affinity for classic rock, Guinness, lean cuisines, and nicknames. and I still remember mine, Dan.
You don't get a head of hair like Dan without a lot of serious concentration.
It was starting to look like Ward was at the top of his game, but for some, Ward's efforts didn't always measure up.
Even though I nominated Dan for this prestigious award, I got to think back to a little over a year ago. We were in a studio. It's late at night. Now, I've been Dan's client for 20 years, but every once in a while, even the best PR practitioner drops the ball. You see, the building we were in, the air conditioning had been turned off at noon. This is the middle of July. I'm giving a video update on the high-tech corridor to the leadership of the government of Thailand, 15 university presidents, and I am sweating to the pores.
Am I hard on Dan? Look, I appreciate that you're trying to be strategic here, and I know you want to have a plan, but what's missing here? If you're going to win in this game, you've got to go long. Well, okay, if you think an idea like that's going to win you one of these. Yeah, maybe, but Dan Ward is one of the finest PR professionals I've ever met, and like everybody else at Curly and Penn, I'm really proud to work with him.
Talented, incredibly strategic,
great communicator,
super funny, and we just love you. So congratulations. Did you work with Dan?
No, I just kind of wanted to be on the video.
Dan Ward, he's so deserving of our UCF Tailgater of the Year award. He's a really devoted football fan. He's at all of our games with this amazing spread of food, very safe and responsible tailgater. I just can't say enough about, wait, this is a public relations award? Oh, sorry, I'll have to get back to you on that.
Hey Dan, Justin here, and word of your award has made it all the way up here to Vermont. So it looks like chasing me away from Curly and Penn by threatening my family was actually a pretty good move. Because I probably would be getting the award tonight if I was still there. But don't worry about me. The career is going good. I have now worked my way up to assistant second shift manager at the third largest 7-Eleven in Vermont. So it looks like it worked out for both of us. So congratulations on the award, and it's well deserved.
Hey Dan, it's Rod. We've known each other for over 20 years. During that time, we were roommates eating ramen noodles while working our butts off at a local agency. Yeah, we put in our time. From there, somehow, we found the time to meet our wives. Thank you, Beth and Ray, for finding us. And we shared the joys of raising our families. And over the years, we've traveled together, laughed, and cried together. And on New Year's Eves would not be the same without you and Ray. You are a true friend, and Beth and I are so proud of you.
When I think of Dan Ward, I often think of my favorite quote, and that is that humor is just common sense dancing. And two of the things that Dan has taught me over the years was the importance of humor and the importance of just simply relying on our common sense. Without those two things, I don't think that many of us who've had the opportunity to work with him would have survived this industry this long.
Hi Dan, it's Shiny Happy. Yes, that's what Dan has called me for the last decade. You have served as a great mentor to many CMPers over the year, and you have definitely served as a leader in our profession in Orlando. Thank you and congratulations.
I can't think of anybody more deserving for this honor, because after all, you can't spell award without Ward. So Dan, enjoy the night.
Congratulations, Dan. You deserve it.
Honey, I am so upset that I wasn't able to be a part of the celebration with you tonight. I'm just so glad that Mark realized his best man duties meant that he was going to have to be the stand-in wife 15 years later. You know the girls and I are your biggest fans, and we are so proud of you achieving this accomplishment. So many people in the room have had the opportunity to watch you go from being this PR guy to one of Central Florida's business leaders. I have also been fortunate enough to see you go from that funny guy who always knows how to make me laugh into a loving and dedicated father. Thank you for letting me be a part of that journey. I am so proud of you. I love you. Congratulations. Just don't think that this award gets you out of trash duty.
Well, that was touching. And as AJ reported, this will be Ward's 18th year with Curly and Penn. So before we begin our picks for today, let me introduce Ray Ward, Dan's lovely wife, and his two lovely daughters, Megan and McKenna. So, to start us off, Bianca, why don't you give us your pick? Well, I like Ward's tenacity and mental state throughout this whole time with the team. You know, this is about physicality, and I've never seen someone move so fast at the mere thought of a spider or to the office candy jar. Clearly a sound strategy for the win. I'm going with Dan. All right. And, Ray, why don't you tell us? Who are you going for?
Well, you know, I've been fortunate not just to watch Dan this season, throughout his professional and personal life. And, you know, really, what impresses me most is his ability to adapt to any situation. Whether it be putting on a tiara and a dress for the girls during their tea parties, or jumping out of an airplane to go skydiving with me for my birthday. He does whatever it takes. And I think I'll pick Dan.
All right, we've got two. Herbie, what are your thoughts?
Well, in this situation, you have to analyze the past winners. There's a lot of heavy hitters in that lineup. I don't know if Ward's efforts are going to be able to pull through. This might be an upset.
Not so fast, Herbie. Wait just a minute. For me, this is an easy decision. This is a guy who's added depth to the bench at Curly and Penn, strength and results and professionalism for almost 2 decades. Give me that head. That's the man.
All right. Go, Dan. Well,